the Winners Series versus TTOne and Strelok. Strelok's going to be the blue Terran at 3 o'clock, TTOne the red Protoss at 6. Once again, the winner of this will advance to the round of 16 in the Root WARZON. Do visit root-gaming.com. By visiting our website and getting hits there, you will help us as we are searching for sponsors, as we do like to see that traffic is on our website. And also go support dreamhost.com. They have done an excellent job with our website so far. Very good with the website hosting, and of course they provided the prize pool for this tournament. They've been absolutely wonderful to us so far, and if you need any sorts of web hosting in the future, you should definitely consider them.
Indeed. They're the only ones that support gaming, and so gamers should support them. It's the law of retribution and endless peace of mind. So the fantabulous TT1, aka Poyam, second place finisher at MLG, and a good friend of mine. Again, I have no idea how the series go. I am definitely rooting for TT1. Strelok, a fantastic Terran with a very strong StarCraft 1 background, as well as TT1. He's a very strong Terran. I can only comment on his TVZ. He's rather gimmicky sometimes, not in a bad way. He's very smart about his play. He knows the game pretty well and knows how to get small advantages here and there, but sometimes the way he chooses to do that can play in his opponent's favor. So we shall see how this game develops. Go, 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 TT1!
Yeah. So, nothing too strange happening so far. We have the first barracks here by Strelok, not choosing to build an add-on just yet. And we might see that he may be going for a factory here, as he is saving up that gas, getting closer and closer to 100. No, actually getting a reactor first. So I would be expecting to see another barracks here in a moment from Strelok, going for 2 racks with the reactor first. Going to be making a lot of Marines, possibly going for a really early timing attack, maybe even pulling workers. You do see that very occasionally versus Protoss, but not so much in the higher level of play. But if you can get that timed out really well, can do a ton of damage. There's the second barracks, third one as well.
Strelok is going to be incredibly aggressive here, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Strelok is a really strong player, but just as he is strong, he is unpredictable and very gimmicky. Sometimes can go for really strong all-ins or really strong macro games, can go for really fast tech, and you just never know with Strelok. So that Marine placed perfectly on Strelok's ramp to block any scouting from TT1, who is basically blind until he gets an observer. So he's choosing to get a really fast robotics bay. But, this is going to be really hard to stop. Look at that shit.
Yeah, I mean, the one-gate robo is probably going to be one of the worst choices for holding off this really aggressive three racks from Strelok.
You can't possibly fault TT1 for going for a fast robotics bay.
No.
This position, though. Like, Strelok is clearly trying to deny scouting information, which could translate into fast Banshee or many other things. So TT1 is forced to be blind at this point.
And to be fair, like, one of the most common timing attacks that you'll see from Terran in these positions will involve a decent number of Marauders. So getting sentries and getting some Immortals out will be very, very strong. Strelok's done an excellent job of denying him scouting, so he has no idea that he's just going pure Marine here, getting the 2 tech labs just to upgrade Stim and Combat Shields side by side. But he is not actually going for any Immortals. There's a really quick Robotics bay. So Strelok is going to have to hit this timing pretty well, because once there's Colossus out on the field, these Marines are become significantly less powerful. We do have some Marauders being queued up now in those tech labs. So
Strelok is going to hit TT1 or start moving towards him pretty soon, as his Stim pack is 65% done and his combat shields are 80% done. So we will see Strelok move out without a doubt. This has to be a timing attack. There's no possible transition almost out of this. Let's see the unit counting station. TT1 is 10 probes ahead at this point.
First Colossus is being chrono boosted. Strelok, are you gonna move? This Colossus is hitting about the 1/4, 25% mark. And here goes Strelok. He is pushing out into the middle of the map. There is at least one sentry. There's 2 sentries with a lot of force fields. TT1, if you can get the force fields down, we'll be in a good position. But if Strelok could get a scan off with the position on those sentries, he might be able to snipe them. Oh, good job, TT1 backing off so that those sentries can't get sniped.
Oh my god.
Oh, misplaced force field. He can make it up. The Colossus goes down. Oh my god, that force field by TT1. There's the GG.
And that force field cost him the game. Even without that force field, he would have been in a top position to stop it. But he had 2 more force fields, I believe. So he could have stalled until he got enough units and maybe defended with probes as well if he needed to. That Colossus would have definitely done a lot of damage had he force fielded earlier and better.
Yeah.
But TT1 just with a little bit, tiny bit of fail there. And Strelok is going to move into the round of 16.
Yeah.
However, do remember these are winners matches, so whoever loses is not out of the tournament by any means.
Yeah, they will still have a chance to qualify into the round of 16 actual bracket by playing the winner of the losers match, if that makes any sense at all. But we'll have. That was just a pretty good timing by Strelok. I think he probably should have moved a little bit sooner, just because of the fact that if T21 had thrown down a really good force field and just kept him at bay, he would have been able to get that Colossus out and been able to hold that off for a decent amount of time, and it would have put him into a tough position. It would have been difficult, but he would have had a chance if Strelok had moved a little sooner.
I think Strelok, all in, all in, all in. Someone else said not an all in. It was an all in.
That was basically all in. I mean, he didn't pull any workers, but
it's not all in. It's not all in because you pull workers or not.
Yeah.
It's all in because if it fails, you can't win. And that was the case. TT1 was almost 12 probes ahead 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
That is quite like if you don't pull that attack off, you're 12 probes behind or 12 workers behind an opponent that's an incredible player. Of course, if Strelok was playing someone